So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Should dressage horses be allowed to wear earplugs?
This is an absolutely great debate question because both sides of the argument have merit. So the question is should dressage horses, be allowed to use earplugs for musical freestyle events? Now, if you are not a horse person, you don't know what a musical freestyle event. In some riding disciplines, at some shows, like dressage shows or reining shows, sometimes there will be a class called a musical freestyle class. Excuse me. And the rider will pick a song and do a routine that they create with their horse to the song. Sometimes they dress up, or they dress up in the reining musical freestyle classes. Not sure about the dressage ones. But it's a really cool event. If you've never seen one, look it up on YouTube. They're fun to watch. So the people who argue against the earplugs say that it is a band-aid for a gap in training, right? It denotes a lack of desensitization. And your horse should already be desensitized to arenas and crowd noises and PA systems and all that. The people who are for the earplugs, on the other hand, make the point that it is impossible to desensitize for any random situation under the sun. So, like a kid's balloon popping, or a new arena where the sound is echoing strangely, or a PA system that's way too loud. That is the argument from people who are pro earplug. And like with so many things in the horse world, there is nuance there. And unfortunately, when you are dealing with rules and regulations, a lot of times there just is not room for that nuance. It's got to be one way or another. It's got to be this way or that way. Like, there's just not a lot of room for nuance when deciding some of these rules and regulations, because there's no way to discern whether or not somebody is substituting for a gap in training by using earplugs, or if it's an already well desensitized horse that just, it's a dampening device for unexpected occurrences while the performance is going on. There's just no way to discern that in the moment. So where I stand on it is, I don't really care. I'm not going to use earplugs on my horses. The only time I ever use earplugs on my horses is when I'm trimming their ears for a show. That is the only time I use them. But if somebody else uses them, it doesn't bother me. So I don't really have a dog in this fight. I don't really mind either way, and I do see both sides' argument. I really do. But like I said, there's not a lot of nuance in regulations. There's not room for nuance in a lot of regulations. So I will be interested to see how this all plays out. Because again, it is a nuanced issue in a situation where there's no room for nuance.